Liptights on a beat.
Today's guest is literally defying all odds. From foster care youth to top realtor in Los Angeles to now reality TV star on VH1's hit show Love Listings. Please welcome today's guest, Andrew Clinkscale.
Hey, good. How are you? We need some of that.
Yes. Thank you. I'm amazing. I'm so happy you're here today. Thank you for coming and making time out of your busy schedule. So you gotta tell us, how's married life?
It's great. If I would have known it was going to be this good, I'd have done it earlier.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
You gotta give her a shout out real quick.
She knows. What up, bro?
Right there. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So we mentioned that you were a foster care youth. Can you
Yes.
describe your childhood? What was it like?
I wasn't in foster care for my entire childhood,
Yeah.
but I was a military kid.
Yes.
Grew up in Germany, then I moved to the States, so Midwest, Milwaukee. When I moved to St. Louis, I ended up in foster care. Boys' homes and different foster care homes in St. Louis. Then I emancipated myself when I was 17 and a half and started working. Started figuring it out at 17 and a half. So it's been an up and down road ever since then, but now we're on a up.
Oh my God, so
yeah.
Independence was something it happened kind of quick for you.
Necessary. Necessary. It's like, it's either sink or swim. So.
Gary Vee, have you heard
Oh
of
my
Gary?
God,
Yeah. Gary Vee he said that he thinks it's the quicker that young people get out from under their parents and doing things, the more successable they'll be.
It's a weird analogy, but you can look at the animal kingdom as an example. There aren't any 18-year-old, you know what I mean? Pups or, calves that are still, it's 2 years and they're out. And that's an extreme, but I think the sooner you learn that you have to be independent and the more you feel like you might not have a safety net, I think the stronger you feel that you have to become. Yeah, the safety net is very inhibiting.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I can agree because I'm the youngest. So
yeah,
that's what I'm like.
Your face went right to I have a safety net. You have.
I'm thinking about that. Despite your circumstances, did
Sure.
you feel like I have to be successful? What was that moment?
Yeah, I mean there was a bunch of them. I realized very early on that it was all me, right? So there was no, like I said, there was no going back home if you kind of messed up. There was no, hey, I can't pay my rent, so mom can give me some money. It was just either you don't. But I was also very different growing up. I was very angry as an early teen. I was fighting a lot. I was getting arrested a lot. I got expelled from high school.
Who would have known?
Yeah. So I moved to New York, and I remember I was walking up the subway steps. We were getting out of the subway station. He yelled at me. He was like, "You need to get the F away from me," and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Ooh, I could snatch this fool."
Right.
I was thinking of all the things I could do to him. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. And so I apologized. I said, you know what? I'm sorry I didn't mean to be so close. I let him walk off. And for 10 minutes, it was the worst feeling I'd ever had.
Yeah,
I'm such a punk. You know what I mean? I felt really bad. 30 minutes later, I was like, it's not so bad. Normally, I would be in jail or running from the police at this point. And so as time went on, I realized, wow, this is a much better way to handle life.
So I hope that helped a bunch of you guys. Think twice before you
think twice.
have that anger. Why real estate? When did that come about?
So I've always been a salesperson, I feel, even when I was not working, because when you don't have a family structure or you don't have a degree, you have to sell yourself to get anything. You have to be able to sell the fact that you're smart enough, because you don't have a piece of paper saying that you are. I found myself playing poker for a living. So I found myself being a professional poker player, so I was playing all around LA, and that's how I was making a living. And I met my wife, at the time she was my girlfriend, and she asked me, "What do you do for a living?" I told her, I was like, "I'm a professional poker player." A lot of pride.
Confident,
I was I'm in the casino, hooking it up, because it's a very cerebral game. You have to be very smart to be able to do it. So I figured everybody knew that. She asked me, she's like, "Well, how much did you make last month?" And I was like, "I made $35,000 last month." She said, "How much did you make the month before that?" I was like, "I lost $15,000. She goes, "You need to do something else. You need to figure out something else to do." And I was like, "Well, woman, I can't sit in a cubicle all day. I can't go to an office all day. It's just not what I can do. She said, well, what do you do well? So I sell things. I'm a salesman. Like, that's what I do. And she's like, why don't you try real estate? You took my test. Off I went.
So you have to let us know. Reality TV.
Yeah.
VH1's Love Listing.
Yeah.
How was that? Tell me that experience.
No, it was great. Here's the funny part is when I first got my license, because I went to college for theater. I didn't graduate, but I went.
I'm good in theater.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I went to college for theater, so I always had kind of a desire to be on television. So when I got my license, I was like, it would be cool if I could do a multicultural version of $1 Million. It was already in my mind.
You already saw the vision.
And I started doing it on my Instagram. I would do these like Monday motivations and Tech Tuesdays and what's happening Wednesdays and Throwback Thursdays, all about real estate. The answer was no, because I didn't know who they were, and I was like, I'm not gonna do anything terrible. And they were like, look us up. It was pretty much what I thought it was gonna be. Like, having been in, I guess, Hollywood long enough, you kind of know the ins and outs of real estate. A couple things surprised me.
Again, if you did watch the show,
Yeah.
at the end it was some drama stirred
A
up.
lot of drama.
How was that for you? And
I mean,
what did you learn about yourself during that experience?
I learned that I have a lot of teeth. Because when I was making all these faces on the camera, I was like, damn, you got a lot of teeth. Holy cow.
That would be me.
Yeah. I was like, why you shoot me in that angle? That's crazy. To get away from my mouth. That was a rude awakening. I mean, thank God I have all my teeth, but it's a lot. And my posture isn't always great. So I physical things I learned about myself. I need to really be able to control. No, it's true. Like, you see yourself and you're like, I've never seen myself from that angle. And I've been on stage before, I've been on TV before, but usually it's from straight on because I was a performer. This is like walking behind me and you see my shoulders slump, and I was like, oh, I carry a lot of emotion in my face and my body. I learned that people, first and foremost, are for themselves. No matter what they say.
Right.
Unless they're maybe family or somebody who you feel is super close to you. But 9 times out of 10, people are for themselves. And you have to take somebody at their word, which is why I don't really, I have no anger towards anybody.
No.
Yeah.
Is there good money in reality TV?
There can be. I'm sure. I mean, anytime television is, TV is a moneymaker. Right? Anytime you have 500,000, 1 million, 2 million people watching a show, advertisers are paying, the network's making money. So if you are structuring your deals the right way, yes.
The Clinkscale group. Can
Yeah.
you tell us about what you're working on?
First of
'Cause I
all,
know that's
congratulations
something-
for saying it. You to be able to say Clinkscale well, and I've been Clydesdale, which is a horse. I've been Clinksdale, which is not my name. So Clinkscale, yeah, I appreciate it. But yes.
I got you.
Clinkscale group. Very quickly, I realized that 2 things. One, my workload was growing, and you can't do a very good job if you're spread too thin, and I needed help. 2, one of my passions is mentoring and giving back. And I remember coming into this business and not having a mentor, not having anybody I could talk to and bounce ideas off of. And I think that's super priceless. And I wanted to do that for people who look like me.
I actually watched Terrence Howard
Oh my God.
on an interview.
Oh my God.
And he was so passionate.
Is that what you want to call it? You talking about the Emmys? The Emmy interview?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he had an Emmys interview. See, I didn't know anything about that.
Oh, I wish I could see.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah.
It was
Anyway.
terrible?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
He was on some good drugs.
Okay, so maybe I noticed he was a little off, but he was so passionate about, I think, the Amazons that got burned down, or the rainforest and all that stuff. It was crazy. So I want to know, is there anything that you're very passionate about, a cause or something that we don't know about or that the people don't know about?
Well, yeah, I spent a lot of my time volunteering with foster care youth because I was a foster care youth. I was former foster, and I think it's a faction of children that are kind of ignored. It's a passion of mine. So there are a couple really cool organizations, Kids in the Spotlight that I volunteer with, Stepping Forward LA that I volunteer with here in LA, and we do really cool stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll make sure do they have an Instagram page or
Yeah.
anything? So I'll make sure I plug that in so anyone who's interested to help out, we can for sure have that. there. Do you think you had to give up to reach this level of success, or what do you feel like you need to give up to, take things to the next level for yourself?
I think you need to stop caring. I need to stop caring. I cared a lot about what people thought. My image was held very tightly by like the lens of the public.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I can see how that can be, or being in entertainment, there's going to be, or just social media, a bunch of people make their comments.
Sure, which wasn't
comment
here
on whatever you have
15
going
years
on.
ago.
Social media, a lot of people, even like cyberbullying and all that stuff. Do you just feel like, or your advice to them will be just ignore all that stuff? Or
Yeah, I don't believe in cyberbullying. No, I remember real bullying. I remember going to school we used to get vouchers, $264, I remember, for a place called Value City. That's like a Ross or a Marshalls. For our school shopping for the year, because I was in foster care. So the state gave that to us, and we'd have to buy clothes to wear. So we got bullied. We got bullied. So I remember, like, you had to learn how to Joan. You had to learn how to, make fun of people. Being made fun of. You had to be ready to fight if somebody says something crazy.
Right.
You had to, that was real bullying. Like the fear of being punched in the mouth.
Right.
Is real bullying. When you can turn the bullying off at will, I don't call that bullying.
What advice would you give your 10-year-old self? 10-year-old Andrew, what would you tell him?
I would tell him you're doing all the right things. Right? It sometimes feels crazy. I've been homeless. I've lived in my car. I've been locked up. Like all the things have happened, but the path was always very clear to me. And so even like I said earlier, when you don't feel like you're doing the right things, the 10-year plan, stick to the 10-year plan, stick to where you want to be in 10 years. And I knew 10 years ago I wanted to be on television. I didn't know how to get there. I didn't know how, but I know I'm there. I know exactly where I want to be in 10 more years. So just make your decisions that way, not based off of emotion. Yeah.
What do you look out for from Andrew? Is there anything you're working on, secret projects that you want to, let us know while you're here? Like any acting? Who knows? You might be on a new movie.
Yeah.
Can we get the tea?
So the big project I'm working on right now, is a late night talk show. So I'm working on a late night talk show. I started doing a show called Brewski with Drewski on my Instagram. I was doing it every Friday, Friday night. And then I was waiting on somebody to kind of pick it up so that we can take it to a network or something like that. And I realized that I can just do it myself. So I started doing it, and coming in 2020, so next year, we will be live and on the air.
All right, you guys, so look out for that.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I'll give you all the details.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much, Andrew. You're so amazing. But Andrew's going to stick around because we're going to play a fun game with him. So you guys, make sure you stay tuned. All right? We'll see you soon. So, you guys, we are back with Mr. Andrew Clinkscale, and we are about to play a fun game.
Oh no.
A fun game. And guess what it's called, you guys? It's called Guess the African Country.
Oh no.
You're all Inspire Africa.
I know.
You have to know.
I should have studied or something. Oh man. Let me just preface this by saying I've never been to Africa. Though I really, really want to go. I can't wait. I cannot wait to go. But I've never been, and so don't hold this against me when I come there. I don't want to, I want no problems.
And if you do visit Africa, where do you want to go? Let's see if he says the right answer.
Everywhere.
You're supposed to say Nigeria.
Obviously,
of course.
That was obviously Nigeria is obviously where I was gonna say. Everywhere.
You can pass for Nigerian too.
Oh.
You see this Niger boy? I'm telling you.
I'll take it.
All right. So let's get into the game. Okay. I'm going to name 3 different countries, and you have to tell me.
Those multiple choice.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We gotta help you out a little bit.
Thank you.
So we're gonna name 3 different countries, and you have to let us know which one is an actual African country. Okay. All right. So let's get into it.
Is that how all the rounds are gonna go, or just this first one?
All the rounds.
Okay.
So we'll just do just 3 questions. I don't want to make it too tough for you.
I got it. I'm ready.
All right. The first place is Bulgaria.
Yep.
B, Lebanon, C, Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Ding, ding, ding,
Come on
ding,
now.
ding.
Come on now.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? Brain power, okay?
There we
Okay?
go.
I read books.
Right. He knows that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next batch.
Right.
A, Haiti. B, Liberia. C, Maldives.
Liberia.
Woo!
Liberian girl. There's a whole song. Come on
Hey,
now. Listen,
okay.
I thought she was. You must think. You thought I was.
No, I was gonna make it real tough for you,
You
but
thought I was.
you know, since it was on the spot, I didn't want to like scare you.
Yeah, she thought I was.
I didn't think anything. You just never know.
Thought I had a 4th grade reading level or something. You thought I was a little remedial. It's alright, she thought I rode the short bus, y'all. So
Alright, you
she said
right,
Haiti,
right.
the Maldives, and Liberia. Ooh,
Okay.
I'm offended. Alright, let's go.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. Okay, Monaco,
Okay.
Ethiopia, and Morocco.
Ethiopia
Mm-hmm.
and Morocco.
You guys, that was a bonus question. Good job. Woo! You guys, he got all of them right, so
All of them
he
right.
is on point.
Yeah, do we get a prize or
you
anything?
do get a prize.
What's the prize?
We're gonna give him something
Okay.
special.
I'll
Just
take
wait
it.
for it, you guys. But thank you so much for playing,
appreciate
Andrew.
it.
You were
I appreciate
amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You
This
guys,
is great.
This is Inspire Africa LA. This is my boy, Mr. Andrew Clinkscale. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having
And we'll
me.
see
I
you next
appreciate it.
time. Bye.